I have a confession to make, guys. You might want to sit down and listen to this. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you straight forward. I'm gay. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. Today I'm going to show you how to make all the logic gates in Minecraft. The reason for this is I am in engineering and I have nothing better to do with my life. I'm going to show you how to build it. I'm going to explain to you how it works, and therefore, I'm just going to show you. So first is the inverter gate, which when you feed in an input, it gives you the opposite. For example, a 0 input gives you 1 output. 0 is off, 1 is on. 0 is negative, 1's positive. Just think of it that way. When you feed it a 1, it gives you a 0. Simple as that. Which is as simple as giving it a signal and then making a redstone torch feeding to it. Because what it does is it powers the redstone block. It powers the block, which powers the redstone and makes it goes to its opposite. So, and then you take the signal from that redstone torch, and that's your output, which is a lamp. You can have anything you want for the output. But I'm just doing lamp for demonstration purposes. Same thing. Next is the AND gate. Now, both inputs have to have a 1 input to have a 1 output. Truth table of 0, 1, 1, 0. Oh, sorry. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So, as I show you, 2 1s gives you 1 output. Come on, torch. 0, 0, 0 output. 0, 1, 0 output. 1, 0, 0 output, and then 1, 1 gets you a 1 output. This is the AND gate setup. So what you do is you get your 2 inputs, and you take a signal from them, and you have to do an repeater, because if you do the repeater giving the signal to the blocks, and you put torches on the other side. However, if you I'll show you after I build it. After that, you stick a block over top of the torch. Then you do a line of 3 blocks, redstone, and then another torch. And then you take the output source from that. We'll get you that. So what this does is it leads a signal straight into the block, which turns the redstone on or off depending on the input. And then the redstone powers this block, which also powers this block. It's weird how this works, but it powers this block, which powers this redstone block right here. Also, this is on the Xbox One edition, so don't be cussing me out if the redstone does not work. And plus, I have crappy internet and I haven't updated since the what is the last update I got? I got bamboo. That's the last. I can show you. I got all these. I got here. Don't mind my it being in Spanish. I'm in Spanish 4 and I'm a retard. So I'm trying to help myself. But I got all these crafting table crap. That's how updated I am. I do not have the B update. That's the next update I need to get. So it might not work in that one. I don't know. Maybe. I want to imagine how they would change redstone for bees, but as far as I know, this works. But on the GAN gate, you cannot do a power like this because, as you can see, it'll burn out. Because you're powering this block, which powers the torch. However, the torch powers this block, which powers this redstone torch. So if you do that, it keeps going back and forth, and burning out, and just burns out and doesn't work. So you have to put a repeater into the block right here to get that, as I can show you. 0, 0, 0 output. 0, 1, 0 output. 1, 0, 0 output. 1, 1 gets you 1 output. Okay, now this is the NAND gate, which is the opposite of the AND gate, which means everything except 2 1s gives you 1 output. Now you can build this design and just stick an inverter on the edge of it, or you can go with this design. It just doesn't matter. See, 0 0 gets you 1 output. 1 0 gets you output of 1. 0 1 gets your output of 1. However, 2 1 gets you 0 output. And this one's just like the other design. However, it's just a slight change. That. Put your blocks down. Your torches. And then your blocks on top. 3 blocks in front. And this time you do not put a torch right here, because the torch inverts it. So you just take the signal from that and plop it down. And then you get your signals and have to repeater it into the blocks, not redstone, because it'll burn out like last time. 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. Cuts out. So now with the OR gate. OR gates mean anything with a anything with a 1 input gets you a 1 output. Like everything except 2 zeros gets you a 1 output. As you can see, 1 0 0 0 0 gets you this, a 0 output. 0 1 gets you a 1 output. 1 0 gets you 1 output, and then 1 1 gets you an output of 1. Now, I built this thing thinking this is the only plausible method of building an OR gate, which looks complicated, deals with lots of redstone compact in a nice tight space. However, you can just build it like this. It does the same exact thing. 0 0 0 output, 0 1 1 output, 1 0 1 output, 1 1 1 output. And I don't have to show you how to build this, honestly. I really don't. And I'll just go around slowly to show you how I built this. I'll just tell you. So I sent signals into this, which powers this block, which powers the piston. And then I got a torch right here. The torch powers this block, which powers the redstone. Now, when I feed a signal into the piston goes up, powers this block, which powers this redstone, which powers this piston, goes down and drops the a block on the top of the redstone torch, which connects the circuit, which powers the block right here, and then that powers the redstone, and it goes repeater, then goes to the lantern, which is your output. It's really tight, not necessary because you can just do it like this, but I want to show it off because I'm fancy. Okay, the opposite of an OR gate is a NOR gate, which everything except a 0 0 input gets you 1 output, which is just an inverter, honestly, hooked up to the OR gate because of the torch. So 0 0, 1 output, 0 1, 0 output, 1 0, 1 output, and then 1 1 gets you 1 output. Again, I don't have to show you how to build this. It's simple enough. This time you can put redstone over top the block because you're not having a block feeding to that. So this is okay. You can either put a repeater leading to the block or put redstone on the block. It does not matter. It does not concern. However, when you do these big circuitry, it depends if you want its signal going directly in the block or directly to the torch. It's up to you though. Okay, the final type of gate is an XOR gate, which means, give me a second, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it can only be a 0, 1 or 1, 0 that gives a 1 output. So 0, 0 and 1, 1 gives a 0 output. 0, 1 and 1, 0 gives a 1 output. Now this thing is crazy looking because I couldn't think of any simpler way to do it. If you can find a better way, please show me. But this is what I come up with. So we start with 0, 0. Which is the, sorry, I'm buffering. So 0, 0 leads into these and then gives you that. 0, 1, get your output of 1. Then 1, 0 gets you 1 output. And then 1, 1 gets you 0 output. Now, I'll try to explain this. So the redstone repeaters go inside the block, which powers this redstone torch into powering this this piston, sticky piston. There's a torch right there powering this block, which powers this repeater. Now, when this block gets flickered, it goes forward, connects the redstone power to that block, which powers redstone, and then it leads down to the piston and powers the piston. Same thing with this side. It powers the piston into connecting and closing it. And then this allows the piston to go up and complete the circuit for this part, because the power goes in this block, which powers that. However, there's an inverter right here, which inverts this block, and making it has to be at least 1 powered, as I'll show you in a little bit. But these torches will power this block and go up and complete the circuit. So you hit this, it closes the piston, cuts off the circuit, and then cuts the signal off of this. However, this side's still power, so that's why it's still staying up. And then this leading to the torch, you have at least 1 torch that's not off, which powers the block into giving you that. However, if both are off or powered, that kills the circuit to this, which does not power this piston, which deactivates. However, you have 2 torches here keeping this active, but no power activating this. It's a little out of the bounds of understandable, but I'll show you how to build this one because I don't think you can grasp it just by looking. So here you have your 2 inputs, not next to each other. You need to leave space apart 1, and you need at least repeaters. Because if you have redstone run up here, it will do the burnout thing again, which you don't want. So you connect your redstone to the repeater, and then you put your blocks down. Next, you put your redstone torches there, which is your inverters. Inverts the signal that comes in. Then you put your block in the middle and stick 1 right there. Next, you stick a repeater on top of the redstone block, which powers it, on both sides. And then you stick any type of block on the outside that can be transferred with power. After you have this, you put a block on top of this so it gives the signal strength. Passes signal. And you do 1, 2 redstone like that. 1, sorry. Which powers it. Now you stick your torches on the side, which allows it to power. And then you stick your blocks right here and right here. And if you want to make it look fancy, you can do your little stairs down. But you need to do at least that, down, and down. Because right here is going to be your sticky piston. Right here. And then you stick any type of block that can transfer power. And then you connect all this with redstone. Oh, jeez. Like that. Then, you break these 2 blocks like this. You stick a block right here with another repeater. You break these blocks. You can make it look fancy by placing blocks at the bottom. Does not matter. And you stick torches on this side, on these sides, and you stick your other piston right there with a power block through. And then to be able to connect this up, you stick redstone on top of both sides, which closes it, if powered both. That, and then you can just go off and plop your output. Stick another repeater on the other side of the piston so it can transfer the signal, and just lead your thing into the output. Simple as that. So 0, 0, 0 output, 0, 1, get you 1 output, 1, 0, gets you 1 output, 1, 1, cancels out and gives you 0 output. Simple enough, right? Ugh, sorry I'm sick. I'm tired too. It's been a long day. And then finally, the opposite of a NOR gate is an XOR gate is an XNOR gate, which is the exact same setup. However, when you get past the second piston, you put your repeater. Then remember, you send it to your signal. Instead of doing that, you stick a block on the other side of this repeater and stick a redstone torch, which is an inverter. It will invert the signal to the output. For XNOR gates, 0, 0 gets you 1 output and 1, 1 gets you a 1 output. Not 0, 1 and 1, 0. So 0, 0 gets you a 0 output because nothing's powered in the torch, and the torch gives a 1 output, which powers it. 0, 1 gets a full length of it. However, the power disables the torch and gives you 0 output. Same thing with 1, 0. 0 output goes once again, powers the torch and turns it off. And the 1, 1, the first piston cancels out. Nothing powers the torch, and the torch gives a 1 output. So that's all the gates built in Minecraft. All of the logic gates I've learned so far, and I think these are the only logic gates, maybe, to simplify this most. Now, all these are really simple. You may have built them already without even realizing it. I have, I know that. But I know I haven't built any of these yet. So this took me a little while to wrap my head around. So, that's all the gates for you. I'm just going to screw around now if you want to stay tuned. I'm going to go to my other world and show it off. But yeah, that's all the gates for you.